anime. Oh. Hi, I'm Adam C and welcome to my Nissan 350Z and a dilemma. Now, it is winter, and the trouble of winter is there's not a lot of car meets on. It's either the kind of classic morning meet or it's the evening meet that's probably even colder for modified cars, and that's exactly what we're doing today. So the first thing we're going to is the Four Counties Car Club. They're meeting up at a pub, so I'm heading in my non-classic car, the only car that doesn't fit in. So I'm approaching it now, and I think there's like some playing fields opposite so that I don't intrude. So although it's sunny, it's actually quite cold, so I've got a jacket, but it's not that busy so far. This is what we've got so far. 3 cars, one of which is a classic, the other 2 are a bath, of which one has a girl on the, or a couple of girls on the side. Oh no, Dora the Explorer's got lost. Oh well, something to cheer me up. We've got a TVR Tuscan rolling in next. Any meet with a TVR is, in my eyes, a winner. So the Tuscan joins the E-Type Series 2, the Lancia Fulvia, and the Triumph Herald. And next up, a Porsche 964 and a pair of vocal Ford Escorts, starting with a Mark 1 Mexico with a Mark 2 behind. Sure, that was totally necessary. The car meet is filling up a little bit, but there was a bit of a storm yesterday and that's put a few people off. And this bath was self-designed by the owner. It is of course a wrap inspired by the Japanese anime scene that you see on the drift cars of the 90s. And it seems the next arrival is an Austin Healey 3000 replica with a Rover V8. Fascinating. So he's going to park with the Triumph GT6 Mark II and the MGB GT. But in time-honoured tradition, I'm going to stand on the side of the road because cars be coming. So from what started off as a fairly small meet, actually grew within an hour. So quite a few cars did turn up to this meet. Not the busiest I've seen before. This V6 of the GTV sounds great, but a bit windy to hear it. And now we have the pair of baths leaving the show, with the Minion themed one up front and then the anime bath at the back. And the GT6, the Morris Minor Traveller and the TR3 as well. Seems the Ford Escorts are both leaving together. Now we've got the Mark II first and then the Mark I behind us. So there departs the Mark II, and I'm looking forward to this. I am going to leave the classic car show now because there's more to go to. I've done some intel. Well, I've got some intel. So this next meet is called Classics and Cake, and once again I'm not in a classic. So I'm going to park in a local Morrison's and then walk in. I think that's the best plan. So I'm not in Morrison's. I found an actual space on the actual road with an actual V8 Vantage Volante, which is actually overexposed. And this is today's Lord's Timepiece, who have sponsored this video, and twinned with my new discount code of Adam C gets you 10% off your order. So here we are in a very blue location, Duke of London, for Classics and Cake. It is a unique location. He's already blurred his plate for content. The tidal lift and fall of the river to the south, carrying that I'm going to film the Alfa Romeo 1750 instead of trying to read that. So it's mostly classics and all cake. So inside, this is a pretty unique location too. so certainly my kind of place in there. And now we're back outside, we can see a lot more arrivals have turned up, including a peachy Messerschmitt. That is fantastic. And the steering wheel is not even a wheel. Could you class this as a three-seater? It's got 1.5 in the back. And just pulling in beyond the fresh arrivals is another. We have a beautiful Buick Riviera negotiating the massive barge within all these tiny European classics, including this wonderful Alfa Romeo. We've got the 911, the 1M, the 997 GT3, and a beige Mark II Escort next to a beige Surrey ambulance. This is a Daimler ambulance from 1951. So in the 50s, they had cream ambulances with very polite notices, the Surrey Ambulance Service on the side. No flashy lights. And around the side, underneath the plane, next to the pub, we have a Boxster, another beige car, and beyond the Mercedes, a Rolls-Royce midway through restoration. Further up, we've got a Ford Sheriff's car, we've got an Aston Martin Vantage in the Golf colours, and a Porsche 911, also in the Golf colours, matching nicely, and a blue 599 GTB. And of course, it is called Classics and Cake here, so we've got some carrot cake to match this Porsche 911. Oh, I dropped a bit. Oh. And just a little bit further down, we found some abandoned buses and a colourful mural on this car park. It is quite a cool and trendy location. The car meet is somewhere over there. We need to get back, maybe across that bridge. There's some large canal boats. We are doing exploration. It's very trippy looking in the water. Oh, heron. There he is. But we are back at the venue and we have a new arrival, a hardtop S2000. Apparently it was meant to be a blue themed day to match the ground, but there's not too many blue cars here, but at least we have one more that has arrived behind the roller. But you'll never guess what we're gonna do. Yes, that's right, we're gonna head somewhere else because we have seen Duke of London finally, and the meet number 3 will be another half hour's drive, so I'll catch you in a bit. Oh, we've got a cube in front of me. So this next meet is slightly different to the first 2 meets. It's more into the modified car scene, so I think I'll park this within the meet. Ooh, tunnel. This morning seems to be a morning of new locations because this is another location that we have not been to before. There is a MX-5 pulling in. Good afternoon. There's a Quattro. Nice. So I have positioned the car with some tyres. We've got the Citroen next door, and the main meet is within these containers. Well, not in the containers, but next, it's there. We've got MX-5, we've got Subarus, and a Giulietta and a green Fiesta. Who was that? We've got this Mercedes 450 SEC with the Mercedes logos on their own little flagpoles and a Vauxhall Forenza beyond. And further down we've got the green S14 as the Self-Preservation Society arrived. And we heard this Honda probably about 3 miles away as it was accelerating down the roads to get in, and now it's in, providing the revolutions as EP3s always do. Yep, sound the same as last time we did it. But I've just heard that the Quattro has been fired up, so before we do anything else, we're going to get that leaving. Probably my favourite car of this meet in particular, the Audi Quattro, leaving with some 5-cylinder noises. But you never guess what we're going to do next. Yes, we're going to head to another meet this evening, so I've got a little bit of time, so I'll catch up with you when I'm back in the car heading to that meet. So the meet in question is hosted by City Smokers UK, and we've been to quite a few of their events in this format of video recently, so they do host quite a lot. It's being held in Aldershot. The start location is in a multi-storey car park, and we're late somehow, even though we had a lot of the afternoon to prepare, so let's get there.
Mexican standoff.
Yeah, he's not happy with them.
Where is he? Is that him?
I don't think we'll see much. I'm not letting you in. No, it's the car behind him. He's beeped. Oh, there's a car on the side. That's an Abarth 500.
Oh no, he's sideways.
Can't park there, mate.
Oh.
That's another way of going sideways. So here we are. There are multiple entrances to this multi-storey car park. I see 0 cars in the car park. So even though I'm late, I think I'm also early because, well, on this level there are no show cars. On that level there's an Astra that's undergoing a photo shoot, and on the bottom level there's a few more arrivals getting confused as to where everyone is. Let's do a drive-through. Well, there some of them are. It seems They're already heading to a second location. I haven't even got out the car and got some pictures. I can't prove that I was here. They're going the wrong way. So it's just tucked away here. Yeah, the gates close at 8 PM, which is now. So a night mode would be handy right now. All you can probably see is an light. I can hear some cars arriving. So I've parked out of the way of the meet because I don't want to be locked in. So the meet's kind of over there where all those lights are. We're struggling, guys. So that's the location with the Wellington statue and no lighting, so we're using car headlights. There are a few cars arriving in this absolute darkness. One of the latest arrivals is a diesel Vauxhall Amiga, and we won't be able to see it because it's too dark. But I'm filming it anyway. Well, there it goes, a diesel Vauxhall Amiga. Wow, that is smoking up a little bit. Oh, I did not notice that car was a police car. I think they're going to exchange some words. So on that literal bombshell, I'm going to head off. So I hope you enjoyed that video, starting off with the classic car meets and then finishing at the City Smokers UK meets, ending like it did as an MX-5 flyby. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Go follow me on Instagram for the weekly updates and highlights about these things that I go to. But for now, thanks for watching.